You know, these days tech is in everything. It feels like it's a part of the fabric of the culture we live in. On my channel, it's everything from smartphones to 5G to computers to electric cars, basically anything with an on button, all the way to interviews with people with unique perspectives on tech. It's a lot of fun. I'm 26 years old. I've been doing this for about 10 years now, over 10 years, so a long time.
Having also been on YouTube for 10 years, I don't think we go back and watch our old videos anymore, but we're definitely nostalgic at times for like the rise and the journey and where it's gone.
A little tiny piece of me is, like, I don't watch old videos, but I do like remember very clearly like that space on the internet where it's kind of like everything that happened felt almost like an accident. Instead, like when you see now, like creators blowing up and creators starting new channels and getting a lot of traction, everything seems very deliberate and contrived and on purpose. And I guess for some reason back then, maybe a little nostalgic piece of me is like, people weren't really trying specifically to go viral all the time as much as they were just like, you know, uploading a video of themselves at the zoo, or just like or did they capture something on their phone and that would be fun to share, and they'd put it on YouTube so they could send the link to their mom, but then people found the video. Like it was that environment, I think, is what I'm nostalgic about. The faster something appears, usually that's how fast it disappears. And so YouTube came up slowly, and I think this applies to a lot of things, but it's just been here for so long that it's just here. And even my channel, sometimes I'll say like the best thing that never happened to me was having an early video go viral. Really glad that didn't happen to me. Mm-hmm. Because then you start chasing that, you start trying to repeat that. We've all seen it happen. So TikTok has exploded onto the scene. Great. But will they be around for a long time? Will they evolve? Will they latch on? Will TikTok be that thing from the early 2000s that disappeared when everything went to YouTube again? We don't know yet.
And when you went to college then, yeah, I know you talked about you studied business in college. Was there, as you were in college making videos, your audience is growing, were you thinking about your channel as like a case study, or, hey, these lessons I'm learning in business school actually could be applied here to what I'm doing on YouTube?
Yeah, not only did I look at my channel as a case study, I had professors look at me and my channel as a case study, which is funny.
That's cool.
I did have a professor go, "Why haven't you dropped out?" Like literally asked me why I didn't drop out during my junior year, which I thought was strange. But I think at that point it was somewhere 1 to 2 million subscribers, and I was just barely beginning to work with brands. And by the time I was, 2, 3, 4 years into college, it became obvious at some point in those years that would be what I did when I graduated. A lot of times in business school, people do a co-op or they'll do an internship in the middle of their career because they know they want to work for something in that industry. I never did any of them. And that to me was like, because I was putting that fuel back into my own channel. Something unique we've been able to keep up is we still try to make every video better and better. So yes, we are focusing more on distribution and strategy and things like that. But I guess it's somewhat unique. It's probably not that unique, but we're all video nerds and we all want to make every video even better than the last one. And so I am very encouraged by looking back at 1-year-old videos and cringing at how bad I think they are, because that means we're getting a little better. But that also just happens to be part of our niche. Like for whatever reason, tech videos are all like very highly produced. I don't know if that's partially our fault, but like we enjoy that a lot, so we keep doing it. So the advice I would give really is to be multifaceted, to not just be a great editor, because a lot of people can be great editors, but to be a great editor that also knows how to do X, Y, and Z and how to bring those things into an edit, or how to enhance an edit using unusual skills from other areas. Same thing might apply to writing or cameraman type stuff. But I think, the advice would be to be multi-skilled, multi-talented, sharpen multiple knives. Probably since I was in college, like the amount of money spent on videos versus like the audience it was reaching was a phenomenal ratio a long time ago. So to an extent, it was sort of just like waiting, biding my time, figuring out exactly how we want to do this well so that we have the best possible next steps. And I think we've started off on a really good foot. Like we have all the stuff you mentioned. We have the podcast, we have the studio channel, we have stuff growing. But I think a lot of it is like, yeah, we don't typically think about videos from the monetary perspective anymore because we don't have to, luckily. It usually translates pretty well from just making the best thing we can to it reaching the audience it's designed for.